Hey Sagittarius, July 14th. Welcome to the channel today. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot deck to pull some cards for you, pick up on what the messages are from Spirit. If you can, like, share, subscribe to my channel. We're going to have more content coming out soon, but definitely trying to get the subscriber base going. It's kind of hard, a lot harder than I thought. But either way, if you'd like a personal, you can check the description box below. My email is in there. Shoot me an email and we'll set up some time. But let's just jump right into your reading, all right? So I did like a pre-shuffle just to kind of get some cards out for you. And I got the Going with the Flow, Possibilities, the Dream, Celebration, the Fool, Creativity, Courage, Change, Postponement, Sorrow, Breakthrough, and the bottom of the deck was Moment to Moment. So Sagittarius, first of all, these are awesome cards. So you probably have one of the best readings or just collective cards, even though you've got a couple ones like Sorrow and Postponement in here. Not necessarily have to be a bad thing, but for the most part, you're at a really good place. It's quite possible that you've been really restricted or regimented in your day-to-day living. Spirit's kind of indicating for you to just kind of go with the flow of the current energies. It's quite possible too you could be making some really important changes in your life recently. Could be relationships, career change, even just relocation, going into a different direction than you maybe had initially planned. Sometimes it's hard to like just go with that, even though all these changes are scary, or they create anxiety in you, or you're fearful of it just because it's a little bit different than what you had initially planned. In doing that, if you can release some of the control, or just wanting to follow the same routine, do the same thing, be with the same people, go to the same events, whatever that you typically do, it's Spirit's kind of directing you to maybe look at all the possibilities before you, that there's more to your existence and the experiences you have than what you have currently thought, or in the past maybe you thought. And in doing that, it's just going to open you up to so much more than I think that you thought was even possible too. It's kind of like a free spirit with the eagle, I believe, up top. It's like it's expanding your wings and flying, Sagittarius. Allow yourself to dream. If you have goals, ambitions, things you want to achieve, or things that you want to do that maybe other people would say that's stupid, that's foolish. You want to do a YouTube channel, podcast, and people are like, who's going to listen to you? That's a waste of time. Don't let those dreams become shattered, Sagittarius, because whatever your highest goals are, or ambitions, or even just dreams, sometimes we just fantasize about it would be nice if I had X or Y, or I did this, and it's not readily accepted by our immediate friend group, family. They put you down, they make you think it's not possible. Spirit's directing you that anything is possible, and to keep dreaming, follow your dreams. Don't let anyone else push you onto a path that isn't yours. Go with the flow. If you're feeling it, you feel good about it, who cares if it anyone else actually approves of it or not? It's up to you to determine what is best for you. And no one can really crush your dreams, Sagittarius. You just need to keep following your intuition and knowing that even if it's so far ahead, could be, let's say for example, you're I want to have a house by next year, and you're broke as shit right now, and you're like, I don't really know, like it's not possible. Like even though it's a huge dream, how am I going to get it? Don't think that way. Just believe you already have it now, or it's within reach, and keep pushing ahead. Do what you know spirit is guiding you to do. Follow your intuition and allow yourself to dream, because the more you restrict yourself, the more you're going to find that you just experience blockages, and no one's really going to know what's best for you, Sagittarius, unless it's you. We may think that certain people know better than us, but you know what's best for your own experience. You need to like honor that and fully embrace life to the fullest. Keep dreaming. If you can do that, things are going to all come together. It's quite possible too that what you thought wasn't possible is possible, and in attaining that, all your dreams come true. And then when you look back, you're like, why did I ever not think that was possible? Because it absolutely was possible. I held myself back for so long for no apparent reason. So, take a risk, leap, knowing that anything is possible. You can have what you want. It is within reach, despite what anyone else is telling you or encouraging you to think. Be creative. Tap into that new found self that you are rediscovering again, and allow yourself, if you want to paint, you want to do art, you want to do create things like woodwork, any welding, like tarot card reading, whatever you want to do. You are a creative being. We subdue that aspect to ourselves as we get older and more regimented in life, and because of responsibilities and burden. But sometimes we also forget that that's at the core one of the most beautiful aspects to connecting to ourselves is like our creative self. So even it could even be like speaking, writing, whatever, anything outside of like just the burdens and the responsibilities you have. You need to fully reconnect with that again and embrace it and start integrating that back into your life, because it is part of who you are. It's sometimes we just like forget that, like that we are creative. We don't have to be this way because of what other people are telling us. We can have it all. Have the courage to step outside your comfort zone. If I feel like maybe that's been a huge blockage for you, is like you feel like constricted or repressed, or maybe again too, it could be a career change. Like let's say you're like, well, I want to change my job. I want to be an artist, and you work like a corporate 9-to-5 job, and or you want to be an entrepreneur, and everyone's like, you can't quit your job. You have responsibilities, you have burdens, you have bills that you have to pay. Like that would be so irresponsible to do it. Have the courage to take a risk, knowing that all you need to have is faith within yourself and with spirit, and going with the flow of life and connecting to nature and who your authentic true self is. You don't have to hide that. Everything will come together if you're following your true purpose in life. I am a big believer of that. Despite some of the backlash you might get from other people, all of that is irrelevant. You are who you are. You're a beautiful spirit, and you need to just embrace who you are in its fullness, because there's so much more to you than your corporate 9-to-5 job, paying bills and being responsible day to day. Allow that change to occur. It might be uncomfortable. There might be some delays too that you're going to experience, or just blockages that in the path to following that, maybe again, it's going to create chaos in your world. Maybe initially accept the change, accept, this is part of the process, and some of the delays are not going to be like indefinite or forever. It's just part of the journey. It can't all be, that easy, taking a different direction or choosing to live your life a different way. Some people might try to hold you back or stop you and say, don't do this. That's a mistake. again, connect to what is best for you, Sagittarius, and just embrace that and start living your true, authentic life for what is best for you. That's probably the best advice I can give you based on the cards today. I think you've also too been, if you there's a past wound, a hurt, something from the past that's creating grief in your life. Could be scarcity of funding at the moment, or maybe you're out of a job, or you're experiencing a death, loss. Something is holding you back, Sagittarius. So you need to release any feelings you have on this matter, or come to a place of acceptance. Sometimes you may need to step up and be accountable for things, like if you've caused pain within other people, or you've done maybe things you're not proud of that led to this. But ultimately, when you start to like realize that this darkness, you can only sit in it for so long before you actually have to pull yourself out of it and change. Because if you just stay stuck in this old way of being, it's not going to help you evolve as a person. It's not going to bring in new possibilities or opportunities. You're going to like manifest the same types of things over and over again, whether you're fully aware of it or not. So spread your wings and take a risk, and maybe realizing that it's okay to go outside the box. It's okay to try something different. Be creative. Be the fool, because the universe is giving you that opportunity to try it at least, but nothing's going to happen if you don't try. Or you don't put any effort towards changing, evolving. You never know. You could look back and say, that was the best decision I ever made. I'm so glad I took a risk. Had I not done that, I would probably still be stuck in the same place, type of thing. So really great cards. And also too, this flew out. This was an extra card, but it came out at the same time. And like I said, if you can pull yourself out of your usual state, or if something is causing you pain, physical ailments, mental issues, like anything, pull yourself out of it, understanding that when you do that, and you even say to yourself, okay, I have to come to a place of acceptance that this has occurred. I have to come to a place of acceptance that this is where I'm at in life, and give yourself like self-love first. That's going to lead to a major breakthrough. This could also be to being accountable. If you did someone wrong, you're a victim of a crime, anything like that, like you just weren't being your best self, or somebody harmed you in a way that where you lost something that was very meaningful to you at one point, just knowing that you're coming out of that energy, and the universe is trying to push you into a direction that is going to lead to greater breakthroughs. So if you've again felt blocked or held back, or there's been a lot of delays and postponements in like you finding your own personal success or fulfilling your dreams in life, just know that if you can pull yourself out of this state of mind, and I feel like this is strongly housed in the mind rather than like anywhere else, it's your own fears, own insecurities, own personal, I'm holding back, I don't know why. Maybe something in the past happened too that could have, you're going back and like thinking about that over and over and over again. Sometimes you have to step up and just be accountable, right the wrong, put the matter to peace, have faith in yourself, and have the courage to keep moving forward despite the fact sometimes the greatest losses in life lead to the biggest successes later on. But you would never know if you're just going to stay in this state. You can't stay there forever. It's actually holding you back in life. It's not helping you like whatsoever. And the other message from Spirit is to live in the moment, be present. Some of the best advice I ever got from a colleague when I was first started working in the corporate world was be there. And he's like, when you go to a client meeting, be there, meaning like be present, be engaged, be in the moment. Because if you're constantly thinking about the past with guilt, sadness, pain, suffering, angst, fears, anything, that's ultimately going to hold you back. And if you're constantly looking at the future, not being cognizant of like what is happening in the now, and you're always just planning ahead, planning ahead, planning ahead, ultimately you're going to miss what's happening right now, which could be the most beautiful thing in the world. And it's a huge opportunity. And like, instead of just letting these things pass you by, you need to embrace it. And just, usually when you're engaged in the moment, you're just tuned in to like, okay, sometimes it's hard to be present because I'm so distracted. I have other things going on. There's other things in my mind. But this is encouraging you, if you can, to be a little bit more focused and engaged in the actual living moment to moment versus, again, past or future, because we all do that subconsciously. That's kind of it. That's all I have for you, Sagittarius. Great reading. Hopefully, you're going to move through some of these blockages. Like I said, if you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. Thank you for joining the channel today, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right, take care. Bye.